19组 We topia 发表主题为 The Tips to be healthy and happy in a pandemic by cooking and exercising.
Hello everyone, we are topia. Today our topic is tips for staying happy and healthy during the pandemic. This is our agenda.
First, we will give you a brief introduction, and we will list some tips for you to pass the boring time during the pandemic.
Hey Derek, do you like exercising?
Yes, I love it.
Do you know that exercise is one of the tips that can help us pass the boring time during the pandemic?
Oh, really?
Yes, let's welcome Betty and Rebecca. Tell us how exercise can help our health.
Thank you, Sydney.
Due to the pandemic, many of us recently have been locked down for a long period of time at home.
Oh, how terrible it is!
I believe that many of you must have been like me, doing three things all day long: studying, sleeping, and eating.
Are you sure you didn't play any video games at home during this vacation? Video games are quite tempting.
Oops, I almost forgot. And just ashamed to admit it, maybe just a little bit of time spent playing video games.
And how do you feel? Was it fun to you?
Fun? It was indeed, in the beginning. But after a while, it wasn't. And approaching what can be properly defined as boring. What's more, you are very likely to find yourself gaining a considerable amount of weight.
Hey, don't scare our audiences!
Alright, having said that, however, we have no intention whatsoever to frighten our audiences by gloomy fact as they just now.
On the contrary, we are here to provide you with some tips to deal with them.
Quite true, and though these tips are sometimes feel obvious and well known to be worth mentioning,
But knowing the reasons behind them may give you the momentum you need to follow through.
yes, as we all know, by exercising frequently, we are able to keep ourselves happy and healthy. However, seldom do people know how it works.
The key factor here is our immune system. You see, by exercising for half an hour, immune cells such as neutrophils, monocytes, natural killer cells, and killer T cells will get into our blood vessels and lymphatics and start working if there is any germs or virus invading our body.
By the way, did you exercise during this period of time?
Of course, I love sports.
Which exercise do you usually do?
I love playing badminton, but at home I will play Ring Fit Adventure, which is a game released by Switch. And you?
Oh, my mom invited me and my sister to do yoga with her. Although it was kind of suffering, I had the happiest family time with them.
Wow, I'm so envious. But this proves that exercise will really make us feel happy.
I'm so curious about other tips to make us happy and healthy during the pandemic, aside from exercise.
So let's welcome Sydney and Derek to introduce cooking.
Thank you, Rebecca. During the pandemic, we are forced to stay home and isolate from others. Deprived of human connection, we are naturally feel depressed. And what do we normally do when we feel depressed?
We eat?
Yes, but eating is not good enough. Aside from the possibility of gaining too much weight, we will soon wear our palate out and make it dull with one delicacy after another.
So, eating is not a good solution to temptation of this kind.
It is, provided that we eat what we make. While eating delicious food is emotionally soothing, eating what we make with our own hand and the tasteful sense of achievement in it. What can be more satisfying than enjoy the fruit of our labor in the moment it was created?
You mean cooking is an act of creating?
It certainly is, and cooking is an act of creating that allows no pausing or delaying it. When you start cooking, you need to move from the step one to the next step non-stop. And this time, our brains change to a mode that is peaceful and stable, which are called psychological detachment.
Wow, cooking now sounds very active and rewarding.
And therapeutic. Writer Jen Wallen from Wall Street Journal has published a nice article where she asserts that cooking and baking are fit a type of therapy known as behavioral activation. The goal is to orientate increasing goal-oriented behavior and curbing procrastination and passivity.
Oh, this reminds me of an interview I saw online of my favorite actress, Kristen Stewart from Twilight series. When the host Jimmy Kimmel asked what she did to pass the time during the 3-month lockdown last year, she said she could, and she didn't cook from a cookbook, but anything she could find in the fridge, in any way she could come up with.
Absolutely, like I said, cooking is an act of creating. And when you cook, you are experiencing a creativity adventure, which you might bump into some difficulties and get trapped in some situation. But in the end, you will arrive at the point, which might not be called as paradise, but no doubt being called as being at home.
Nice one, a pun.
Yes, the phrase being at home normally connotes the state of feeling comfortable and a cozy and familiar place.
So being at home is after all not so bad thing, even if it is caused by lockdown during the pandemic.
That's right. As John Milton has pointed out in his masterpiece, Paradise Lost, the mind is its own place and in itself can make a heaven of hell or a hell of heaven. That is, what really make a place a hell or a heaven is not what the place really is, but in what perspective or what point of view you look at the place.
I've got it. Aside from exercising and cooking, a positive way of looking at things around us is also necessary. What do you think?
You bet. So, even though we are now living in a terrible place, we still have to do our best to